Hi guys, how we doing? And welcome back to another Three Hammers podcast. As always, here with Luke and Lee. How we doing, lads?
Hello.
Good, mate. Nice to see you all
Annoyed after
again.
Saturday, but I'm here and
Yeah,
well.
tell me about it.
Yeah.
uh, I suppose we might as well jump straight into that. Chelsea game. Thoughts?
Just pure frustration. Again, this is the third week in a row I've sat here and said pure frustration. But the refs he had a nightmare, absolute nightmare game. Even forgetting about the free kick, moving the ball backwards, forget about that. Giving the penalty, just disgraceful.
It was just everything, though. There was loads of tackles that they got away with where he didn't get the card out. And even when Carroll come on, Carroll gets it anyway. So because he's big, they think, oh, he must have caused the foul. It's just so annoying.
There was a period in the game where it literally got ridiculous, where I think there was about 3, maybe 4 times our players went down from being pushed or whatever. And every time the ref just like, no.
There was the one when Cresswell in the corner flag.
That was the worst one. I don't understand that. I said at the time, like, Cresswell was fouled, right, in the corner. If he wasn't fouled, I don't understand what the ref gave a free kick against for. If it was for obstructing the ball, then that should have been a drop ball. It shouldn't have been a free kick. Because he laid on the ball, do you know what I mean? But it wasn't I don't know. I don't know.
These penalty decisions as well, like,
that was
we had the Lukaku one a couple of weeks ago outside the area. We had this one this week. It's just a joke. It's an absolute joke. Like these are the differences between whether you finish in that top 4, and it's out of our hands.
We should be sat here now a top 4 club. Yeah. We should be sat here now a top 4 club, and in the semi-finals of the cup.
That decision could legitimately cost us a Champions League place.
Yeah, because that's 2 points dropped.
And
to be fair, I think you said it, that we should have finished them off well before then. It should have been like 3-1 at one point, I think.
But you know what really gets on my nerves the most? Out of all of this, that fucking ref will have another match this weekend. He won't get fucking put to one side. I'm swearing now, so I'm fucking angry.
But he won't get put in front of the media.
No.
To answer himself.
That's the thing. That's the thing. They can't be held accountable. The managers ain't allowed to speak out because they get fined. So what happens? Nothing. I don't understand that. How come the refs ain't accountable for what they do, for their own actions? Why ain't they accountable? Why don't they have to answer their decisions?
It's just bizarre to do your job badly, to get something so wrong, and there to be no public repercussions.
Yeah. And do you know what? It's not just
up as well. There are rumours that they're going to be mic'd up soon as well.
Yeah.
So maybe by micing them up, we get more insight to, okay, right, that's what you've done wrong. Like in rugby, I think the mic is a good thing to have.
But it ain't just us though, right? The refereeing this season in general has been terrible across the board.
Did any of you see the Leicester game? I think, was it Hoof who had his shirt ripped off?
Yeah, nothing.
No penalty.
Yeah, I know.
It's disgusting. Like, absolute disgusting. Really, really is. We'll move away from the ref thing because that's one of our topics that's coming up in a minute. So let's take some good points from the game. Lanzini's goal. Yeah. Absolute cracker. Absolute.
He looked back to his best.
Yeah, played really well, Lanzini. I thought Diafra Sakho was outstanding. He bullied John Terry that first half.
Absolutely bullied him.
Absolutely brilliant.
The bit with Cresswell where he should have scored, the flicks and tricks, like pay it, flick to Lanzini, flick to Sakho. Lanzini flicked it into his... Like, it was unbelievable. You've true world-class players in that midfield now as well. They really are. Him, Coyote, Lanzini, Payet, just unbelievable midfield now we've got.
Yeah.
It's it's hard to put into words how frustrating it is.
And I think barring Byram, I think that was probably our first 11. Do you not think?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Possibly Valencia wouldn't start.
Antonio, you'd imagine Antonio would be where Valencia was.
I thought he had it wasn't great, but I didn't think we had a bad player on the pitch.
No, I don't. No. I couldn't fault anyone.
What do you think about? Again, we mentioned this last week about Bilic's subs. 2-1 up, minutes to go. You bring on Emeneki when you've got a holding midfielder or you've got a Joey O'Brien on the bench.
Yeah, again.
I don't know because I think they was there for the taking. I do. I think I'll quite agree with this because Emeneki nearly set up a goal as well, didn't he? At one point, and Carroll was just brilliant when he come on. Like he was bossing. He had 2 good headers, didn't he? On target, one cleared off the line.
I don't know. I think there's two. Like at the time, I have to say it did cross my mind, Lee. It did cross my mind. I was thinking, is this going to happen again? But then, to me, it was so obvious. It was so obvious the ref was not going to let that game finish 2-1. There was no way. No way the ref was going to let that game finish 2-1. I don't care if it sounds like I'm saying that the ref was crooked, because, that's what it looked like. And it was so obvious he was going to give something. So maybe...
Oh, yeah, he kept giving free kicks edge of the box.
Oh, yeah, it was so blatantly obvious. So maybe Slav thought, listen, if we're going to win this game, we have to score again.
Yeah.
I mean, while we talk about positives, Fabregas's free kick was stunning.
Yeah, you can't deny free kick.
And it took 2 set pieces, a stunning free kick, to even get a point against us on Saturday. And, little old West Ham, and you have to cheat to get a point against us. Now Chelsea, well done, frankly. Well done.
To be fair,
Chelsea are unbeaten in, 14 games now? Something stupid like that?
It's so annoying because it's a good point, but at the same time, we should.
No, I was just going to bring that in. Like I said to people in work, said to my dad, like, if you look at our last 4 matches and the results we've got, you would have bit their hand off if they would have said, you're going to beat Everton, you're going to draw with Chelsea, you're going to beat Tottenham, and you're going to draw with Man United and get a replay. Like, that's undefeated against seriously good sides, not so much this year, but in terms of name alone. Like Everton, we never win there. Chelsea, we hardly get anything. So, yeah, for me.
Yeah, I think we need to move on.
And I said it in my review that for me, I'm just happy we're still in it to play for things. Usually, at this point in the season, we're just going through the motions, turning up, boring games.
Or fighting relegation.
Yeah, we've still got Europa League, Champions League, FA Cup to play for. I'm well happy. I'm well happy with what's left. And
you have to be really.
We just have to ride it. We just have to ride what we got now. If we get what we get is what we get now.
But at the same time, it is frustrating because this could be the only time that we might not get another opportunity like this for who knows
5,
when.
10 years.
Who knows? So
it's because they're going to improve. Chelsea are going to buy. Man City are going to buy. I think Man City are there for the taking because I think they're just going through the motions now. I think they know Pep's coming in. Their priority probably switches to Champions League now. So, yeah.
They've got PSG, haven't they? So they're probably going out.
Yeah. Right, okay, guys. So we haven't got a game for a while now. International break coming up. Palace coming up and Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal, huge, massive must-win game now. Quick few points on Palace. Stone, I know your opinions.
Well, they haven't won this year in 2016, but obviously did very well in the FA Cup, got to the semi-final. It's the Pardew effect again, isn't it? I think does well to start with, and then sort of tails off, and I think we'll beat them.
Yeah, I think as what could possibly happen as well. I hope it doesn't happen to us if we get that far. They've got one eye on Wembley now.
Yeah.
So their players could be shirking tackles now. They haven't got anything to play for in the league, so they're just fully fledged on that. Probably that Wembley trip on the 25th of April would be for them, won't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't think Adebayor's scored a league goal yet, so
yeah.
Well, there you go. He's going to score. That's the only thing I'd say is this is a typical West Ham banana skin. So
hopefully Ginger be back, Tonks will be back, and obviously Byron will be filling in as well.
Got a terrible record
a few more
them.
weeks. Sorry.
Terrible record at home against Palace.
Yeah.
Usually beat them at Selhurst.
And everyone's got quite a bad record against Pards though as well. In general. Yeah. Quick point on Arsenal. Obviously, that's a few more weeks away. But how big is that, guys? How big is that game?
Huge game. If we beat Palace and they look, I don't know who Arsenal got next. I mean, we could go into that game ready to overtake them if results go away before then. Massive game, massive game. Again, terrible record at home.
They're sort of there for the taking as well, unless they put a little bit of a run together now. I think they're there for the taking.
They beat Everton on. Sorry, Paul. They beat Everton on Saturday, but
Everton are very poor.
Very poor.
Aren't they? And again, they're another team with that eye on that Wembley trip possibly now as well.
See, that's one I think. If we are going to be genuine contenders for the top 4, that's a game we've got to win.
Yeah, I think 4 points out of those 2, we're still well in the mix.
I still stand by what I said. I said it last week on the podcast, and I still stand by it. for my top 4. I still think at the moment it's Leicester, Tottenham, us, Man United. I still see that as a top 4.
Man United are the sort of form team now with us, aren't they, in that mix? Man City have faded, like I said earlier in the video.
City dropping away.
Liverpool
Arsenal.
keep getting ahead in games and losing.
Yeah.
Southampton a bit of form, but we've
There's still a decent gap though, and we've got a game in hand, and we're on Southampton. So
yeah. So some big games coming up, guys. Big games. Next topic, as I said, we were going to discuss it, was refs this season and technology. Obviously, rumored to be coming in. Is it next year or the year after next? I think they're going to test it out. It's needed. It's needed, guys. It's
too late. It's too late.
Can't come soon enough. It needs to happen. It needs to happen.
I mean, most other sports have got it,
and
most you look at sport in the world, and we're behind.
I mean, if you look at a sport like cricket, for example, which is so traditional and so set in its ways, and they're able to bring in video umpires, and it's all this,
it's all the bollocks that it will slow the game down. Yeah, but for how long? How long?
The thing is, if you think about the amount of time that players spend arguing over a decision, that time, all they'd have to do is look at a monitor. It wouldn't take up any more time. The amount of time the players spend arguing about it, that's the time it'd take to look at a monitor and say yes or no. That's the time it'd take.
And I agree with, not every decision. Give it, I think Lee said it before, give a manager 3 challenges a game. And that is it. Or maybe 2 in each half. 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half. And that's it. If you use your challenge and it doesn't work, so be it. I don't know how they'll do it. I don't know, mate. There's rumours that it'll be done for red cards, penalty decisions, and obviously we've got goals already.
Offsides, surely.
Yeah.
Offsides is a difficult one though, because things like that's more difficult because if say a ball's played through and it's flagged, do you mean offside goals?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, offside goals. Yeah.
Yeah, but offside in general, I think. Yeah.
Offside in general, you couldn't do, obviously.
Yeah, if it leads to a goal.
That's
any sort of suspect there, then refs this year though, guys, as well. Shocking.
I mean, the ironic thing is, we're the only country taking 2 refs to the Euros in the summer.
Yeah. Just quickly, guys, we usually leave questions to the end, but Kai Pendergrass, this fits in here. Why do we always have decisions go against us? It feels like the refs favour the top 6, and I totally agree with that. When they come down to Upton Park, your Man United, your Man Cities, this might sound like we're bitter West Ham fans, but I feel they get the decisions, and I feel when we've had a player sent off against us, I always feel like the refs looking to equal it up when they're playing the little teams.
Yeah.
I mean, someone asked this question to David Gold, and sorry.
Someone asked this question to David Gold.
Someone asked this question to David Gold, and he basically said, "How do you stop that? You become a top 6 club."
There was a table released in the Daily Mail saying, I think we were bottom of it, about decisions that were incorrect that have gone against you, and West Ham were bottom.
Yeah.
Of that table. Now it says a lot, doesn't it?
So is there an agenda?
Yeah. Are we still hated as a club?
Still from the old Tevez saga?
Or is it the stadium?
Yeah. Stadium. It all adds up, doesn't it? I don't think we're well liked in the press in general.
And I don't know how true it is. We discuss, is it a case that they don't want to upset the cattle market at the top of the table? All those clubs, Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Arsenal, even Liverpool as well, you've got to add into that. Massive support worldwide, massive sponsorship deals they bring. Little team like West Ham that we are at the minute, do they really want us there? Do they really want Leicester there?
Of course not.
It's a great story.
Yeah, but it don't make money.
Yeah.
It's a great story, but it don't make money, So no, of course not.
Is that part of it?
That's the thing. I saw, again, I read things like Mother Brown regularly. I'm on there all the time, and someone on there said that it's just crazy, how, like you say, such a big sport, and everyone looks at corruption, with FIFA. Everyone was looking at FIFA. There was a big thing about FIFA's corrupt, and talking about Italian football, match fixing, and all the rest of it. But then everyone assumes that sort of thing can't happen here.
That's right. Okay, right, guys. So that's your technologies, referees. We could go on for hours. Let's talk about another subject that we probably haven't got a lot to talk about, guys. Again, England recognition for the West Ham players that are playing out of their skin. We're a top 5 team this year. I think Lee said it earlier in the week that we are the only team, I think, in the top 8 without an England international in there.
10, I think.
Top 10, yeah.
Oh, top 10.
So let's look at them one by one. Left back Cresswell.
Yeah, for me, 1,000,000%. And that's not biased West Ham fan. We look at Luke Shaw's injured. Baines just come back. Gibbs is not great for me. Danny Rose, possibly. But, yeah,
And Ryan,
Cresswell.
so the two that are in the squad are Bertrand and Rose.
I mean, there's a case for both in there, really. But I don't know. I think Cresswell, on his form over last year as well, and this
Yeah,
season.
because he started slow, Cresswell. I'll be the first to admit that. I thought, oh, God, one season wonder. But he came on and he's brilliant. Like, his delivery is fantastic.
I mean, his fitness level. We haven't got a left back cover. That's all you need to know.
No, that's right. Yeah,
I mean, we've got Hendry, but he's been sent out on loan, and
but he's not on that level, is he?
No.
He's not the level of
We
Cresswell.
haven't got any cover for Cresswell, so Slav knows his fitness levels, and he's just been so consistent. He
If
scores
anything, it reminds
goals,
me of-
he sets
yes,
up
it
goals,
reminds
he
me of a
defends well.
He reminds me of a young Leighton Baines. That saying he can
Good
take a
shout.
free kick. He's got a great cross on him, and he's got goals in him. Yeah, for me, 100,000,000%.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
Shuffling along the back four, I know he's injured, and I know he wasn't in contention for this squad, but James Tompkins has had a very good season.
I think the Tompkins issue all comes from when he got picked for the Great Britain squad for the
He was
Olympics.
shocking.
There was a lot of politics around that as well.
Yeah.
He wasn't very good in that either, but I think on his performances
He was still young
this
then.
season, considering he's played out of position a lot as well.
He's had a good season. I
he's
mean,
had a
I
good
wouldn't,
season.
if I was England manager, I wouldn't call him up at the moment.
No,
But-
no,
But he has
not
had a
there.
very good season.
Mikel Antonio.
Yeah,
Definitely a case for him.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting, frankly. And with
let's have a
Sterling
look as
injured.
well.
Yeah.
When you're looking at, like, who's gone? Walcott.
We can't get in the Arsenal team at the minute.
I mean,
Ox,
Walcott
is
can't
on
get
that
in
right
ahead of
side.
Iwobi.
and then obviously Hart got injured and Sterling got injured the weekend. Hart was replaced by, I don't even know the geezer's name.
Heaton.
Yeah, and Sterling, he said, "Oh, we don't need to replace him." For me, that could have been a courtesy. Mikel, come and join us for a training session. You don't have to play. Does not have to play. I'm not that keen. I just think they need the recognition of going to the training ground one
Definitely,
day,
yeah.
playing with these international guys.
Someone said on telly the other day, and he can play in a variety of positions. I mean, he's been outstanding at right
No,
back.
he's been
It's not even his
amazing. He's
position.
had to fill
And
in.
you go into the Euros, you want players that can come on and change the game in a variety of positions, and he's one.
Yeah,
It's just
Sterling's been shocking. Sterling has been shocking.
I think he'll, like Antonio, I think he'll definitely, and Cresswell as well. I think when Hodgson's gone, they'll both get called up.
Yeah,
so the man who has his testimonial probably. So let's go back to the start of the season. I think we was all agreed that guy was Mark Noble, wasn't playing very well. But I'm going to be the first to hold my hands up and admit that he has been outstanding this last couple of months.
yeah, mate. You know
Brilliant.
my opinions of Mark over the last 2 to 3 years. I have to hold my hands up and say that guy has pulled his finger out
Yep.
and he's picked his game up. Whether it's because he's playing with better players now and he looks better with better players, I don't know, but he has definitely picked his game up.
Yeah. And should be in the squad.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes for forward pass now. He's not so much sideways and backwards these last sort of 5-6 games. He's got a few goals recently as well from out of play, not just penalties. So, yeah, for me, definitely.
Yeah, again, he's another one where I don't think, again, just if I was England manager, I don't think I'd start him. I don't think he'd be first choice, but he should be in the squad.
Yeah,
He should be in the squad.
definitely.
And we may disagree on this one. I don't actually know. Andy Carroll, in my opinion, should be in the squad. We have nothing like him in the Premier League.
Yeah, as the plan B.
In England, sorry.
As a plan B. And I think if he can accept now at West Ham that is all he is, he comes on 65th minute, 55th minute, whatever, and he's an impact player. If he can accept that, I think he's going to be a very valuable player for West Ham.
I think really the problem with Andy is that injury risk. You know, if you take him to a big tournament and he gets injured, that's a space in your squad. You need to take another striker, do you know what I mean, to cover that.
Do you know, when I was watching the Chelsea game, and he took his goal really well.
Well, he didn't really.
No?
He miskicked that. He kicked it into the floor. I don't think he even hit it properly. Watch it again.
Yeah. Oh, well, he scored.
But yeah, he scored. Fair play to him, you know. But yeah, I wouldn't say it was the best goal in the world.
I think if he could just get over the injury problems, he could be one of the best strikers in the division.
I don't agree with that. Sorry.
I think he is what he is. He is what he is.
He's good in the air.
Sense.
Right, he's brilliant. He's
Great
not good in the air. He's world class in the air. He's fantastic in the air. His control is appalling. Against Chelsea, balls were pinging off him left, right, and centre. He can't control the football. He's got no pace. His positioning, in my opinion, is terrible. For a big striker whose strength is heading the ball, he's never in the box. He always pulls out wide and comes deep to try and get the ball. And so many times we've seen Andy Carroll pick the ball up on the left-hand side, and I'm thinking, what are you doing there? Get in the box. You're not supposed to be on the wing. I think his positioning is terrible. He always goes to the back post. He never makes runs across the front post. No, sorry, Lee. I don't agree.
No, I don't think he's world class. He's
no, I didn't say not world class. I think
he's one of the best strikers in the division.
Video.
Let's put him up there with Lukaku and Aguero.
Yeah, that's he's the new Drogba.
No, but since Drogba retired, he is the only thing like him.
He's a different fucking class, mate. Come on, don't be silly.
No.
I'm not being stupid. He is.
No, Lukaku is the closest to Drogba.
All right, Lukaku.
Yeah.
But Lukaku has got pace as well.
No, but you don't need pace to be a world-class striker. Look at Shearer.
Yeah, but Shearer...
Yeah, but Shearer's goal ratio...
You know, but you said he needs pace. Doesn't need pace.
No, you don't. In our generation, you need pace.
Yeah.
Harry Kane? Harry Kane ain't fast.
Who?
Harry Kane. He's top scorer in the Premier League, second year in a row.
He's technically much better than Carroll.
Not say he's a world-class striker on a West Ham channel. Sorry. No. He's a good player. He's a very good player. He does have very good feet. He's got a great shot on him, but he's not world-class.
Carlos Tevez.
Yeah, Carlos had pace.
Not really.
Not blistering, but he had pace.
He could run at people.
Yeah.
You never see Andy Carroll try and run at anyone and fall over his feet. His feet are terrible. Carroll's feet are terrible. I'm sorry. Watch him play. Carroll's... No. He's good in the air.
He is what he is. He is what he is.
He is what he is. I like him. Don't get me wrong. I like him. He can head a ball, but no.
So...
Look at his record. Apart from that spell we had for Newcastle about 26 years ago, what's he done?
That was the point I was going to make next. Liverpool make mistakes in the transfer market, but the most stupid people. You wouldn't pay 35 million for a donkey. I think he gets a lot of harsh. I mean, obviously they have, but I think some of the criticism that goes his way is harsh. I think he's a better player than what he's made out to be.
No, he is a good player. I'm not denying he's a good player, but that is it. He's a good player.
Yeah, you can't start saying he's one of the best strikers in the league.
I said he could be.
No, because if we're looking, let's have a look worldwide, right? In terms of fantastic headers and stuff, is he Lewandowski? No.
Is Lewandowski a fantastic header?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's very good in the air. He's very good feet. He's a fantastic player. Let's go players that are good in the air. With the
Mandzukic.
Yeah, people like that. Like he's a good player. Yeah, Closer. To be fair, Closer was a world class player. He didn't have no pace. To be fair. Let's leave that one. That was good. That was heated. Obviously, Lee has Andy Carroll on the back of his shirt. So
I don't.
Have to go along with what Lee says.
Do you know the one thing? Just to wrap up on Carroll. The one thing that's wrong with him is he don't like football. He has no interest in football.
Oh, no.
But neither did Rob Green.
Yeah,
Rob Green was class.
Maybe he wouldn't have made that stupid mistake for England if he had liked football.
Going down that road,
well, everyone's made stupid mistakes for England. So did David Seaman.
Yeah.
And he was one of the best goalkeepers we've ever had. So.
Yeah. Okay, so enough of the England guys. We just have to accept. We have to accept that as West Ham fans, we're not going to have an England player. 1966, we won the World Cup. We've done it anyway. Fuck the England team, basically, innit? Our players are not going to get recognition. I think we could win the league and our players wouldn't get recognition. That's just the way it is. We have to accept that. It took grovelling to get Payet back in the France team as well. I remember when Tevez and Mascherano joined West Ham, first thing their manager said, Argentina manager, I am not picking you when you play for West Ham. That's just the way it is being a West Ham fan.
I mean, if you think about it, in 6 months' time, Hodgson will be sacked when we're knocked out of the group stages. Eddie Howe or Alan Pardew will take over, and hopefully they'll put players on.
I was just going to say, sorry, you mentioned Argentina there. What do you think, obviously...
I think he's in for an outside shout, Lanzini.
For Argentina, when's their next tournament? Would it be, what is it, the
Copa America?
Olympics.
Yeah.
Olympics. Yeah,
he's still...
He's only 22, isn't he?
Yeah.
He could be in that squad.
That'd be interesting.
Definitely. He deserves a go in that position, you know. Next, guys. We'll go on to Noble's testimonial first, then we'll do the best and worst that we've been doing. So Noble's testimonial, guys, on BT Sport, which is nice to see. We the fans that obviously can't get to the game, we get to see Paolo, and there's some great names on that list, don't there? Rightly so deserves it. I was quite surprised actually to see that Tompkins will only be 2 years away from a testimonial as well.
Yeah, surprised me.
Made his debut in 2008, and it was like, that was quite shocking. Quite excited to watch it, guys. The Paolo Di Canio video was brilliant. The Paolo Di Canio video that he released this week was just brilliant. It just, straight away, all my love came back for Paolo.
Sent the shiver down my spine.
It was like, I love Dimitri this year, but it was like, nah, you're not Paolo. You're not Paolo yet. You're not Paolo. No. It's the way Paolo talks about the club is just, ugh.
Yeah, Dimi can't even talk English, can he? So I don't know that much.
Yeah.
You know, maybe in a couple of years.
So is there anyone, apart from Paolo, that you feel that really excites you to see on Monday?
Only because he was probably my favourite player at the time, Trevor Sinclair.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Trev back.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen the final list.
Parker's got to get permission from Fulham. Don't know yet.
Is Dino going to be there?
Yeah, Dino's there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him.
It's such a shame that we couldn't get Carlos. It's such a shame. Like,
do you think they might roll him out?
It could be a surprise, but surely if they had him, they would be like milking
that. Yeah, they would milk that.
But it's sold out, isn't it? So they don't need to milk it.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know whether we'll see it, but I would love to see Slav come on for 10 minutes. I'd love to see that. There's rumours that Dixie's going to play.
Yeah, say Julian, yeah.
Bits and bobs, yeah. So it'd be lovely to see Slav pull on the shirt.
Probably the most successful player, well, other than Lampard.
Yeah.
Who's not going to be there, but Rio's probably the most successful player.
Yeah, Rio and Anton, isn't it? Is Anton?
Anton's there as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Carrick? Is Carrick going in?
Don't think so.
No. Don't think so, no. But it's great, isn't it? It's obviously it's the highest selling testimonial as West Ham player. Brilliant. It's just great. He does deserve it. You know, he's been a loyal servant. Don't get me wrong. If I was on fucking 40 grand a week playing for West Ham, I'd be loyal as well. But,
I mean, for him, it's a dream job, isn't it? He's pulled.
Yeah. No, good luck to him. Like I say, he used to live the road round the corner to me, Jenkins Road. So yeah, he's a proper Canning Town boy, and good luck to him. Obviously, I might, if I get time, guys, I might do a preview for the testimonial. I know Lee's going to put together his best 11 for the testimonial that he could put together, possibly players that we've missed as well that could have fitted in. Saying about best and worst, guys, this week I thought we would do best and worst kits of the Upton Park era. Obviously, again, as we say every week, 90s for us to now.
But obviously, there are, you know, retro kits that we know as well.
Yeah.
So like, I really,
at
obviously,
time, were they
before our time, but I really like
were they considered bad then? You know, I don't know, because
I really like that Avco, the white Avco. You know, the Trevor Brooklyn.
Yeah,
that's a lovely shirt. Yeah, obviously before our time, but yeah, that's a lovely shirt.
Let's start with the best home kits, guys, that we think through the years. I really loved the Paolo, the Wimbledon gold shirt, the Fila one with the blue stripe down the thing, the blue collar. Again, it's my favourite shirt because I called it the Paolo shirt, and for me, that was a great era in our history as West Ham fans.
Yeah. I love the one that Paul's wearing right now, the home one. this season.
Yeah,
I think
last
it's
one as well.
nice. It's nice and plain. I think,
That's what I like about an home shirt.
Yeah.
I like them simple, nice, simple, claret, blue sleeves, done. I like that Palo shirt, but it was a little bit. Looking back on it now, I think it was a little bit too busy.
Yeah.
Do you know the Adidas one from that? All the Adidas ones pretty much the same, but the Adidas one from a couple of years ago was really nice, just because it had the stripes, you know.
Yeah, all the training gear was very good that year as well, actually.
Yeah.
For me as well, I think it was my first kit, actually. Bubbles, 95 kit, 10.
That was my first kit, yeah, the Centenary kit.
Yeah, a great kit.
Actually, it wasn't my first kit. It wasn't, but that was my first season over there, so I had that for that. Then, yeah.
I liked the when we last had Umbro, the one with a collar. Well, it's hard to explain, but it was you had sort of tight sleeves. I like that one. No, the Franco, the Zola, when we had Zola manager and we had Franco.
Oh yes, that was a nice kit. Yeah, that was a very nice kit.
To be fair, the home kits over the years ain't changed too much. There's only so much you can really do with a West Ham home kit.
No, that's it. There's not really been a particularly bad home kit as
the one in the Championship.
As we were talking about before, actually, the pony kit with no sponsor, that was an horrible home kit. Wasn't that all claret?
Yeah.
No, it didn't have blue sleeves.
It had sort of blue lining, I think.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, there's a few years actually with the home kits with embarrassment, and we was talking about it before we went live, where no sponsor, sponsors have been filled in, like XL Airways and Betway and God knows, like we've had a few years like that. But yeah, now we've come a long way, haven't we, from that sort of era. Yeah, I can't really pick a worst home kit, if I'm honest.
No.
Like I say, we've discussed a few that are a bit naughty, but nothing really sticks out. Away kits, guys. Best away kit for you that you've had?
I like the Argentina type one, the blue and white stripes. Also, maybe controversially, like last season's with the sash as well.
I wasn't a fan of that. I didn't really like that Thunderbirds kit.
Yeah,
I wasn't a fan of that. It was a bit weird for West Ham.
Yeah, no, I really liked
again the Palo era, the dark blue,
the navy feeler kit. That was lovely. I really liked
Canio at Old Trafford when he wore that. Yeah,
that's it. It's that memories with the kit as well.
I had Cole on the back of that shirt. That's the only time I've ever had a player's name on the back of my shirt. It's Joe Cole for that feeler kit. I really like the white kits. I'm a big fan of the white kits. You know, I like the one we had a couple of years ago.
The one with the cup final in 2006.
Pinstripes.
Yeah, the cup final. Yeah, that was a good one actually. That was a nice kit. The Reebok one.
Yeah, I do. I like a white kit. There was a white feeler kit that was really nice as well, and it had like
purple
blue,
and then claret.
That's
under
right. Yeah, under the sleeves. That was really nice as well.
Yeah, I had that one. Worst away kits. There's a few guys.
The cream.
Biggest one that sticks out is that cream one. I think it was 96, 97.
When we had Radichoyo in Future.
Yeah. Awful kit that was, wasn't it?
I know it wasn't technically an away kit, it was a third kit, but a purple last season.
Oh, God, yeah. And then
you had that, Paul, didn't you, I think? You owned that one?
Black.
No, you got the black kit this year, didn't you?
No, purple last season. What we used for the cup.
Oh, with the Adidas one with the gold.
Yeah, it was last season. We were against Everton in the
purple
penalties.
And gold. Yeah, no, I didn't have that. I had the one before that, the black one, with the claret.
Yeah.
3 stripes. Yeah.
I also remember a feeder kit actually. It was a Reebok feeder or a Reebok. I'm not sure. Purple collar, purple stripes down it, and it was white. Year we got relegated. I think Lee said. Awful kit. Awful kit. That was. The collar was about that big. I thought Harry Hill wearing it. I really did. I was about to call everyone to have a fight because I felt like Harry Hill, like I say.
So, as I say, rumours are apparently next year's away kit is going to be silver. What are your thoughts on that?
Interesting.
No,
silver with claret trim.
That would be very interesting.
I don't know. I don't like that as an away kit. As a third kit, I think do what you want. That's great. You know,
as a third kit, I think light blue or white is our colour, isn't it? Light blue or white is our white colour.
Silver away kit could be a bit, but apparently that's what people are saying.
Yeah. Tell us your kits, guys. What's your best and worst kits you've had? Obviously, I assume you like us. You keep your kits for years. I've got my Bubbles kit somewhere up the loft. It's just punter things, isn't it? Okay, guys. Fan questions. There are a few this week, actually. There's a few. Miss Stacey, one of our regular commenters on our channels. What's our views on the Lanzini permanent signing? 5-year deal with an option of 2 years, was it?
4 plus 2, I think it was.
And the price tag, what was it, 9 million, is it?
Bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolute bargain.
One of the best young players in Europe.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I totally agree with Paul, what he's been saying the last few weeks as well. I can see him being absolutely world-class in about 3 years' time. When he's 25, this guy's going to be a very special player. If he keeps the same drive and learns off Payet, that's the best thing. You're learning off Dimitri in training. Yeah, absolute snip.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
player.
very pleased. I haven't actually announced it officially, but obviously Little Jack has tweeted it, so
Yeah.
that's as good as.
On that, can we add that absolutely buzzing that Coyote signed the 5-year deal?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because I thought he was one of the ones that we could lose.
Yeah.
I thought he's one that maybe thinks I might not be a regular here.
It's good. He's gone under the radar a little bit, I think, this season, Coyote.
Oh, I think he's been absolutely sensational.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
me too.
I think he's been sensational. Right? He's one of my favourite players. He's an absolute monster of a man. Obviously, it's really good though, guys. Now, isn't it? Lanzini's tied up. Reed's tied up. Coyote's tied up. Payet's tied up. Yeah. Cresswell tied up. Yeah.
Did Adrian sign a new contract recently?
Adrian as well,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all good, guys. It's looking great.
Get Andy
next one.
Carroll now and we're sorted.
Lloyd Alexander, we covered this a little bit at the beginning, but let's just put it in again just to get our angers going. What are your opinions on the Chelsea penalty? Absolute fucking bollocks. There you go.
Bullshit.
Yeah, as we've covered, yeah.
Yeah. Norman Corey, I think that's how you pronounce it. Is Noble better than Lallana? So that's going back to the England stuff.
Different players. No.
I think about the same. About the same. Lallana's got a bit of a trick in him, but Noble's probably a better stamina and ticker over sort of player. So
I'd agree with that. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd say they're probably about the same level for me.
yeah, no one really. They don't really set the match alight. They're not
But
particularly.
again, they're different. They're
game
different.
changers.
Like Lee said, they're different players. So
Yeah.
it's hard to compare, really.
Haji Best. Thoughts on Nordvet and Toure? Is that how you pronounce it? Toure?
Gokhan Tor.
So, Nordvet is apparently done, if you believe what you read. And Tor, very exciting winger from Besiktas. I think it's what we need. I'd be very happy if we pulled it off.
He's a fantastic player. Supposed to be one of the best sort of prospects in Europe.
Yeah, from what I've seen, he reminds me. He's got that sort of possible. He could be a Mahrez sort of character.
The only worry is, and I think we have mentioned this before, is if he comes in, he'd probably take Antonio's spot.
But yeah, I think Lee said it a few times. We do need a big squad if we go into Europe because it looks likely that we'll be in the Europa League, and you can never have enough players.
No.
Just going back to Lanzini, could he play in the 2 with Coyote? So as a holding.
He
Possibly.
could, but I think he'd
in
be
a-
wasted there.
Not necessarily as a holding midfielder or a ball winning, sort of as a quarterback type.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Someone to
Deep
play the ball out.
playmaker, yeah.
It's basically sort of like a song role, I would say.
Yeah.
Someone to sit there and play the ball out. He could, but I think he'd be wasted there. I think you'd want him further up.
On that as well, not Lanzini, but Payet. Deschamps said it this week. Could you see Payet playing striker for us at any point?
No.
Possibly as the second striker, if needed.
I see Payet more as a creative player than an actual attacking player.
Yeah.
So
No, it's just interesting to see Deschamps say he could play anywhere along the midfield and up front if you needed him. Yeah, so
that's interesting considering he weren't good enough.
That's right.
So.
That's totally right, mate. Another one from Haji Best. This is the last question, guys. Lacazette or Bastia, or however you pronounce it. In regards of their fee that they'll probably be pulling out and how they could play with your Pat and Lanzini, who are you going for?
Can I throw a third name in, which has been mentioned this week?
Don't say Benteke.
Benteke.
Let's throw him in. No, throw him in. throw Benteke in.
If you're going to put
Because-
them three in the same conversation, then Benteke, I don't think stands a chance.
No, but why not? He was 30-goal a season man at Villa.
It depends how
Playing
much you
every
have to
week.
pay for him.
I like
Right,
him.
it depends how much you'd have to pay for him, right? Say Batshuayi is probably going to cost, let's say, 25 million. Lacazette's probably going to cost about the same, maybe. Yeah, I'd say probably about 25 million. If you could get Benteke for 15 million, then I'd say, all right, he's worth talking about. If he was going to cost in the 20 range, 25, then I'd say no.
No, I wouldn't pay that for him. I'd pay 15 to 18 for Benteke. But yeah, Lacazette is obviously incredible. Again, I'm just going on FIFA, but I have seen him play a few times, and he is ruthless. The pace is ruthless. But I like them Belgian players. You know, Benteke, Lukaku, and Bastial.
Batshuayi is
He's got Lukaku build.
very much like Lukaku. He's very much like Lukaku.
So,
whereas Lacazette, he's more of a pace merchant.
And with Lacazette, I would question whether he'd really want to be at West Ham. Because I think he's been linked with massive moves to Man United. Arsenal, I think, was sniffing around him a bit. Where Bastial is like, he's out of nowhere. He's probably looking for his first club. So it'll be a good one. I think Bastial would be my signing.
Batshuayi.
Get some with Payet as well.
Yeah. He's got that link with Payet, which would be obviously a big plus. They played together and played really, really well together as well. So that's obviously a big plus.
For me, that's who I would go for. Good question, actually. That was a really good question. So that's all the questions, guys. Covered a lot this week. Obviously, international break, guys. So we will try and fill with some stuff. I will try and think of something to put in the show. Obviously, if you've not checked it out, guys, check my tour video out. Got some good reviews for that. We'll be back next week with a podcast. We'll be talking about, obviously, how Noble's testimonial got on, best and worst again. Obviously, we'll be talking about anything that pops up. Then we may even be linked to some more players. We can talk about that. Thanks for watching, guys. 125 subscribers. So it's gone up 25 subscribers since the last video, which is fantastic. We're hitting big numbers now, but consistently hitting.
Yeah.
If we get to 500 subs, we'll do another competition, guys. So get us out there. Share our stuff,
Yeah, good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, listen, if there's anything that you want to see, anything you want us to talk about, don't forget to leave your comments down below. Questions as well for next week. Get us on Twitter and Facebook. That's it.
Yeah, please please subscribe. Yeah.
Sending free hammers love to Brussels.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, our love goes out to Brussels, obviously.
Belgium.
Very, very sad news there at the moment. Thanks, guys. Keep believing. We've got loads to play for this year. Loads of exciting stuff coming up for next year. I'm actually really excited about next season with this channel. I think it's going to be, we're really going to progress as a channel next year. Keep watching. Let's go.
Cheers.